Well, it's that time of year where the daylight savings times always messes me up a little bit. I don't know why. Because it gets dark at like 5 o'clock. It just seems so weird. So Breeders' Cup in the rearview mirror. We continue on. I actually always do really well at Aqueduct. I don't know why. I might start doing a little woodbine too. Let me know if you guys want to see some woodbine too. But today I'm just going to stick, I kind of like the pick 5, the late pick 5 from Aqueduct. So I'm not going to make this video too long. There's some horses that I really think will be pretty solid plays, and there's a couple of longer shots too that I am going to throw in. Race number 5 will get things going on the turf today, which was very good news. A mile for 25,000 fillies, and you can see, I actually, of the 1A, I actually prefer the 1A. That's Foxtail, but I'll take them both. It's the 3-horse Violent Trick who I think is the one to beat in this field. I don't know what kind of odds. I mean, she's 2-to-1 morning line, so it's not like I'm really stepping out on a limb here, but her last couple of starts have been decent enough. She's struggled to find the winner's circle. I don't like when an older mare, I mean, she's not ancient, she's 5, but I don't like when they start racking up more second place finishes than wins. And she has bounced around lower levels. I mean, she couldn't win a 12-5. So she's not a super strong pick, but I do think that the race kind of flows through her. I wouldn't be surprised to see somebody get the best of her. The 2-horse was another one that I was looking at, Subiaco. This one showing speed last time out, just can't get to the races. Again, not something, I hate this when you claim a horse and then have to put it on the shelf, even if it's just, you know, whatever, 2 months or whatever, that's long enough. This is not a solid move for any barn. I don't care where you are. I would put her in a very, very small under position. The entry you get 2 for the price of 1. They're both Mertcan, Cantermachi horses. He does really well at Aqueduct with his claiming horses on the dirt, especially. So Indian Bella, she looks all right. The 1A, Foxtail. So nothing brilliant here in race 5 to kick off the pick 5. The 1 entry, the 3, I don't know. I probably wouldn't even put the 2 in because, again, it's not a move that makes sense to anybody. You don't claim a horse. Owners want to see it run, and you put it on the shelf and have 4 works, which aren't even regularly spaced. Not a good sign at all. Could she win? It's not the strongest field, so maybe. Again, we'll move on. Race number 6, it's all things to think about as you're doing your handicapping. This is a maiden allowance field, 6 furlongs the distance. You can see my selections here. I do like the 6-horse Brew Pub. There's about 4 horses in here, they're just very, very similar. Not too into the, well, mind you, it's not a tough field, so Sir William, if he could run a little bit, he might be okay. A couple of these works look all right, but I don't like that inside starting position, the inside post more than anything else, so I've gone elsewhere. I'll put the 2-horse Swinton on there. Obvious include for sure. Went decent enough. Probably should have been able to hang on here, but we'll give him a bit of a mulligan. It was his first lifetime start. Maybe not 100% cranked and ready to go. You know, off the claim, he should be ready to roll now. So if he has any ability, I think he's probably the one to want out of this field. The 6-horse, another include for me, that's Brew Pub. Brew Pub has had multiple chances. I really don't like these kind of horses, but he is still just 3 years old. If he was any older than this, I would absolutely chuck him out. He's making just the 3rd start for the new connections, but he's just one of these horses, you know, I wouldn't step on a limb with him by any stretch of the imagination. One of these starts you think he should have been able to win, but he hasn't been able to. I'm still putting him in because I'm not letting a horse like this who has buyers that fit with this field beat me on a pick 5 ticket. The 7 BC Glory Days is getting to be kind of a similar story. I like the speed he showed last time when he stretched out to the mile distance. This race now, he's going back to a sprint. These kind of horses win regularly when they show that speed going long and then they cut back to that sprint distance. He's a bit of a faint-hearted type. He does like to go and stop. But again, compared to some of these others, he tried the turf 3 times. So if you subtract those races from his overall profile, he's, you know, only run 4 times on dirt. So, and a couple of those, he had a couple muddy starts to kick off his career. So yeah, of all of them, maybe he's the one with a little bit more upside. Some of these other ones, you just get sick of seeing them. Jimmy Ryerson's 40 Comets, maybe. Again, Lescano's had a couple chances with him. There's a couple in here who have beaten him, but he hasn't been out there over and over and over again like some of the others. So maybe he's one that you want to take a look at as well. We get onto the turf now for race number 7 and a little sprint here, 6 furlongs. This is a good race. This is a full field. I'm just going with 2 horses in here. We'll see what happens after scratches come out. But the 3-horse Uncle George, I think he's really poised to have a good run here. Obviously, he's a Christophe Clemont. Clemont's been having a little bit of success with Javier Castellano, which is good to see. I'm a big Javier fan. He's a good guy. It was sad to watch his business drop off so much after he returned from surgery, but some people said he was riding a bit scared. I never really saw that. I don't know. The 9-horse War Terminator, I don't think he was at all, actually, to tell you the truth. War Terminator, a couple starts. Jonathan Thomas, the trainer I follow very closely, he has his horses run when they're ready to go. If this horse runs, he scratches a lot. Again, he usually just runs them when they're ready to go. So if this horse is in today, I think War Terminator deserves a long, long look. Those are the only 2 that I'm taking out of race number 7. You can make a case for maybe a horse like the 7 Cotton Cassie horse. I've seen enough of him. I think he's had his chances, and I guess one of these days, here it's like the big move. Second start off of a brief freshening, but why is he getting? He gets a lot of freshenings. That's always a concern for me, especially with a young horse, obviously dealing with something. You don't rest a turf horse in the summer. It's counterintuitive. You want to run them now. If they've got 4 legs underneath them, they should be in the box to go. Race number 9, this is the stake race offering for the day, 1 mile and the 16th on the grass. You see my 2 picks here, the 3 and the 6. Plum Ali, she's, as frustrating as she is to better, she must be more frustrating to her connections. But she's graded placed, and that puts her in a place of being maybe a little bit better than a whole lot of these other ones. Sherry DeVos horses they're worth looking at. I haven't included the 4 Gabs Mission. She was kind of my next horse, but I didn't want to put too many in here. I thought with the 3 and the 6, I had myself fairly well covered. Lightly raced Belmont Filly, Junior Alvarado. Say what you want about him. He's been riding a little bit tentatively this year. I'm not sure what that's about, but this is the perfect horse for the way he's been riding. She's just sit back, make her one run. He's won twice on her now. He's obviously got a lot of confidence. She's been gone a long time. Again, you don't rest turf horses in the summer, but it's Bill Mott, and I'm fairly confident that he can train one up and have them ready. He does okay with these kind of layoffs, nothing special, but nothing horrible either. The Drysdale filly I looked at for a little bit. She's a longer price. I'm excusing this last start. I thought she had enough trouble in there that it compromised her. But again, for me, just the 3 and the 6, trying to keep the ticket within reason. I think the 3-horse Plum Alley, you get a Chad horse in here. And how many times have we seen this movie lately? Long price on the morning line. It's an IRAD horse. He's riding lights out. He's wanting to win this title. He's winning races in bunches. She's light on experience, but there's some talent here. So again, Bleecker Street could be that kind of just a little bit of a longer price horse if you want to maybe put her in some B tickets if you play that way. The last race, the 4, 11, and the 3, the direction I'm going, the 7 furlong claiming race. It's always fun to end the day with a 16 non-2. At least it's not a New York sired, but it is a filly, so extra fun. The 4-horse Dom's Feisty Girl. Michelle Nevin, another trainer that's been on a roll. This was such an easy win. It was just a fast seal win. Horses like this can come right back. Even if they're a little bit light in speed figures, they can come right back and beat a field of non-2s who have been dwelling in this capacity for a while. The thing is, her last figure isn't light. It's one of the top ones in the field. So she's legit in here. The 3-horse, I put her on as well. Not the entry. Bonus Baby for Jeremiah Englehart. It's a trainer move, turf to dirt he has success with. He's done it with her before. She won on the muddy surface at Aqueduct. So there's some past history where this has been successful. She's dropping to a level where she should be a consideration in here. I doubt that you get to the 8-1 morning line. Maybe off of a 10 buyer you do, but I think bettors are savvy enough to recognize that this is a strong trainer move, and I think she will get some play. Then I'll throw in the 11-horse way on the outside, Rainbow Gal. Again, this is more of a nod to the trainer. I would normally just leave a horse like this out. Stakes raced last time, been off since May, plunges in for 16,000. The barn's a little bit, they've been tepid this summer. Maybe they start to get better with Aqueduct. I don't know. The fact that Jose Ortiz is on for Noda is probably the only reason I'm including her. He was able to win with her here in a maiden 40. She's not much, let's put it that way. She belongs at this level, but she's done enough in the past that if she's even remotely the kind of horse that she was before, she should be worth a bit of a look there. That's it for me. So going race number 5, the 3 is my pick in there. I'll take the entry and the 2 horses, kind of an under. Race number 6, we'll go with the 6 on top of the 2 and 7. Race 7, the 9 and the 3. The 3, 9, I like them kind of equally. Same with race 8, the 3, 6, 6, 3. And in race number 9, the 11, the 4, and the 3. Good luck today, everybody. Enjoy what is Aqueduct's fun. I don't know. For some reason, Aqueduct just agrees with me. So, especially when it gets like really ugly and dirty. Probably because I grew up in Edmonton and I know what it's like to handicap on tracks that are just not a lot of fun for humans. The horses don't mind. Have a good day today. We'll see you next week.